What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Here I'm going to be giving you my UFC Fight Night Oklahoma overview. So I only watched, I think, 3 fights on there. I watched the first fight with the McMillan and the guy from Ecuador. I think that I honestly thought the McMillan guy was a little overrated. I saw his fight on the Contender Series, I believe, where he was just spamming punches but with no defense. And then I looked up some highlights from, what's his name? Hold on. From Alberto Montez. Yeah, I thought Alberto Montez was going to actually do him dirty. And it's just because, I don't know, I think you get so many of these guys that come in and the hype is there and all, but it doesn't mean that they're going to win. And Alberto Montez has been in the UFC for a while. I think he has great striking, great grappling. So I just thought he was going to be able to pull it off and show the newcomer what was up. But Tommy McMillan breaks the record for most punches landed in a 3-round fight. So that's pretty cool. I guess we have a new contender in the featherweight division. I think I watched the last round of Tabitha Ritchie versus Fatima Klein, just because I had things to do, I had to take a bathroom break, whatnot. And then I think, I don't know, I didn't really see much happening. Fatima Klein won. I heard that was what was going to happen. And then I also watched Chase Hooper. Yeah, I did watch Chase Hooper, actually. So Chase Hooper, I can't believe he did it that quickly. He just pulled up on him, grabbed him, and then submitted him. This guy apparently did not know who he signed the contract to fight. Mitch Ramirez, bro, what are you doing? Oh, Jesus. Okay, and so Jared Cannonier and Christian Leroy Duncan. So, honestly, Jared Cannonier impressed me. He definitely had to go for that grappling in the beginning, and I mean, you face a giant striker like this, literally a giant man who's a spinning Beyblade. Yeah, CLD, he impressed me too. I think Jared Cannonier's toughness, his grit, his, I wouldn't say his striking or really anything impressed me. I think maybe his durability and his defense. He surprisingly didn't really get hit by too many strikes, that should have put him away too. There were some elbow strikes, clinch strikes where I was like, damn, this guy, Duncan is landing some crazy punches here. And then I was impressed with Jared's clinch striking. I think those uppercuts in tight were really nice, and he's a bad motherfucker. I at first round, I thought he should retire. Second round, I thought he should retire. Third round, I said, you know what, this guy's got something in the bag. He's got a little extra in the bag for sure. So Christian Leroy Duncan, honestly, he reminds me of Cyril Gahn. That dude, I think he knocked down Jared kind of they spun and Jared was on one leg and he fell over. And then when he was getting up, CLD runs at him with this flying knee and almost hits him in the head with it, which would have been a KO. But luckily, Jared looked down. But, dude, what are you throwing crazy-ass shit like that for? Come on, don't be like an uncontrollable animal that just got let out of its cage, Come on. But other than that, CLD looks crazy. I like how he is very explosive and dynamic, and he likes to mix it up. I think he's pretty good. So I think he has some potential in the middleweight division. I don't know what his ranking is. If we look at that really quick, pound for pound rankings, let's see what he is. Is he top 10? Okay, let's see what we got here. He's 12 versus Jared, who's 11. Okay. I mean, bump him up. Who the hell? Ikram Alaskarov is here, too? Is this the meta AI rankings? Is that what's going on here? Switch him out, I guess. Oh, I haven't even taken a peek at these for a while. Joe Pfeiffer's number 4. Crazy. But so, yeah, he looked very good tonight. I'm surprised he didn't get a finish. So kudos to Jared, and CLD got the dub. Now, on to the main event. I was actually super excited for this fight. We got Dricus du Plessis versus Kamaru Usman. I predicted DDP was going to win. I just thought damn, if he really worked on his wrestling for this past year. Because I thought when, what the hell was his name? Joaquin Buckley. I thought him taking a year off after the Kamaru fight, he took a year off to work on his wrestling after the Kamaru fight and worked with Kamaru. I thought, yeah, he's not going to be taken down by, what's his name? Damn it. Who am I thinking of here? I know his name. He's off the tip of my tongue. Sean Brady. I thought, no way Joaquin Buckley is going to get taken down by Sean Brady. He's been working on his wrestling for a year with Kamaru after his loss to him. Gets fucking manhandled. So it's kind of just like, you can't really count on these fighters too much just based off of their words. But somebody like Dricus, I feel like really gives a fuck. He's always talking about accountability and responsibility and all this stuff, which is nice to hear, but I think he really means it. You know, I think that's why he says it so much. So he said, yeah, this past year I've been working on my wrestling. Those holes are gone. And honestly, they might still be there because from the looks of it, Kamaru never shot in on the hips. He just kind of reached down to grab the leg, and Dricus was able to just kind of kick out of it, slip out. So honestly, I started reading Dricus like a book. I just said, yeah, every single time he goes orthodox, he's going to blitz in with the punches. And he caught Kamaru with so many good combos and left hooks and right hooks. The first round, it was all the right hand over the top. And then the second round, he started opening up with the left hook. And, man, the high kicks were landing. I think he rocked him with a high kick in round 2, 4, and 5. So when he went southpaw, he kept on landing the high kicks. He kept on going high. And then every time he knew Kamaru was going to block high, like that he could guess, he just threw it anyway and then went low to the body with it, which was perfect. And then I think in round 2 or 3 is when Kamaru, because in round 1 he didn't really do shit. He was trying to establish his dominance, I feel like, and start up the game plan, but he didn't really get going because Dricus was already kind of on the gas and already rocked him. I think in the second round he threw like a shovel uppercut, but he didn't turn over his wrist, so the thumb went straight into Kamaru's eye, and he was looking at the ref. And honestly, fair play to him, you know, something like that happens. But after that, it seemed like every single time Kamaru got rocked, I know he got hit with a low blow, but every single time Kamaru got rocked with a high kick or a hand or a punch, he just kept on like waving his hands around, looking at the crowd, looking at everybody, looking at the ref, like, what's going on? What do you mean? Nothing happened. Or what was that? Or are you going to stop that? Look what he did. Like, I don't know what was up with Kamaru Usman's demeanor and the fact that he kept on looking around every time he got hurt. I don't think that that's healthy that he was doing that. I don't think it was right to do that. I think, yeah, like when you get hit with a low blow or you get hit right in the eye, even if it's a punch, yeah, okay. But he did it like 2-3 more times. So, that's not really a good look for the body language. But yeah, I think Dricus won rounds 1, 2, and 4 for sure. And I think Kamaru started opening up, like I said. He started throwing more kicks in round 2. And from there started faking low with the single leg, which was great. And then I think in round 3 or 4, he started throwing a couple low kicks from the southpaw stance, which was great. And then I think in round 3, he even rocked him with a right hand. I think in round 3 or 4, Kamaru rocked him with a right hand, which was perfectly straight, and it rocked Dricus. But I just think that with how many times Dricus had Kamaru rocked and wobbled with the high kicks, and rounds, basically punches in the round 1, he got wobbled. Kick to the head in round 2, and then rounds 4 and 5, I believe he actually rocked him. But I think that with Kamaru pushing the pace in round 3, controlling the distance, controlling the exchanges, he won round 3. And then he might, in my opinion, I would have to watch it back, but while I was watching it live, I scored Kamaru winning the last round, especially with the flurry at the end. It seemed like Dricus's will was starting to wilter a little bit. He was like, oh shit, he's still coming. And Kamaru was coming. He's coming all night. Yeah, I think that if you look at the significant strikes, Dricus won every single round based off of more strikes. That's right. Except for round 5 actually. So yeah, definitely Kamaru won round 3, and he won round 5. I think that Dricus won rounds 1 and 2 and 4 for sure, 100%. If you, they scored it, I think 49-46 and even 50-45. I can't see that at all. If you want to do 49-46, all right, fine. But I scored it 48-47 for Dricus du Plessis. And it's just sad because Kamaru was throwing the teep kicks to the body, the low kick to the lead leg, and then opening up with the hands in that last round. He was starting to really show all of his skills. He was really starting to put it all together. If only he didn't get rocked so badly in round 4. Because he got rocked bad in round 4, was wobbling around. He got hit with knees. He got hit with 3 knees, I think, in rounds 2 and 4. He got hit with knees. Man, Dricus was... Honestly, now that I really just want to put it all together, I think Dricus looked great tonight. I think that he threw away a little bit of his older style where he just blitzes straight into it. And if he did that, honestly, I mean, what is Kamaru going to do to fire back? Nothing. He could have actually got the finish, I think. In certain moments, I feel like Dricus actually held back. And that's, like he said in his post-fight interview, that he wanted to stay composed, and that was kind of his whole thing. So he didn't want to lose this fight. He was playing it extra safe. And I can equally say the same thing for Kamaru, that he was playing it extra safe, and he was also holding back a lot. And there were so many moments where I was like, wow, he could have hit him right there. Oh, and if he just kept on, if he established that 1-2 a lot sooner, established the low kicks and the teep kicks a lot sooner, and faking the wrestling a lot more, I think that Kamaru could have pulled it off. Yeah, and I was rooting for Kamaru. I thought, I placed a good parlay on DDP. I placed a parlay that I thought he was going to get at least one knockdown. I placed a parlay that I thought Kamaru was going to get at least one takedown. Man, apparently that's impossible to happen. When you get a crazy striker with power versus a wrestler that's dominant, you can't get either of those, huh? And I also put a parlay that it was going to go over 1.5 rounds, so that hit. That's good. But so, yeah, it's tough. It's tough for Kamaru, but in my eyes, yes, this gets Dricus du Plessis back in the win column, which is great. He showed off his skills. I don't think his wrestling was tested, personally. I know Kamaru's a great wrestler, but I don't think that his wrestling style was the style to be able to really challenge Dricus. I know there were some moments in there where they scrambled and Dricus kind of just got right up. So, yeah, his wrestling definitely improved, but I don't know how much. I still think that Khamzat could actually beat Dricus. Wrestling, truly. It might be more competitive. Maybe Dricus wins 2 rounds off of him. But, yeah, you never know. It's my speculation, my opinion. But yeah, I think that Kamaru Usman's stock actually rises. Even in a loss, your stock can rise. It doesn't mean that you're out of the fight game, you should retire, oh, you're a loser just because you lost. Who has he lost to? Leon Edwards, champion. Khamzat Chimaev, champion. Dricus du Plessis, champion. And arguably finished the fight stronger than Dricus. Finished the fight stronger than Khamzat. I feel like Kamaru Usman's pressure, pace, and cardio are highly overlooked. I won't lie, he wasn't taking the shots the same way in this fight, though. I think that he was getting rocked way too many times, and he should have went for that wrestling a lot sooner. Should have been mixing it up a lot sooner, and he just got his head in the game way too late. But yeah, like I said, I think that Kamaru Usman, match him up with somebody in the division. Who else is there in the division that you can match him up with? We have let me see. Give him somebody that he can actually fucking beat. Israel Adesanya is 8. We don't want to go higher than that. Come on now. There's Anthony Hernandez. That's a good fight for Kamaru to just go up to because Dricus is number 2. He couldn't beat him. So now you got Nasruddin and Mavov. What are they going to do with the belt? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think that... We'll see. I'll make another video for that. Let's matchmake a little bit. We'll see what happens. So those are my thoughts and my feelings towards UFC Fight Night Oklahoma. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Thank you guys. Goodbye.